one pretty close to the warning track. How close do you think that came to going out?
When I looked up today and saw the wind, I thought it was blowing in originally, and then Coach Warner said it was blowing out. So we were all just trying to hit the ball hard. That one I hit, though, I did not think it was going out. And then I just kept watching it, and it was almost went out. And I actually knew that pitcher. He's from Omaha. He's an Omaha kid, so it would have been kind of fun to have hit that one out, but it didn't. So next at bat.
What's it feel like being part of the lineup whenever you have an inning like that? Because they're pretty rare.
It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of guys who feed off each other. It's a great unit, great team unit. We like playing with each other, and when someone hits a rocket, we just keep telling each other we're going to hit lasers. So we're just trying to hit lasers and compete in every at-bat.
You've had, I mean, none that big as today, but you've had a lot of these 6, 8, 10-run innings this year. I mean, is there a feeling in the dugout, like you can kind of feel this coming? I mean, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, of course. You know, when hitting is contagious. I think a lot of hitting's mental, and when you have guys you can visibly see they're confident in their at-bats, it feeds to the rest of the group. So that's just the importance of body language and going up there with an attacking mindset when you're hitting.
Colin, how did you feel today went for you?
I thought it was good. I had my command back for on Sunday. I was kind of all over the place, missing my spots. So today I just felt like I had pretty much everything going, and it just felt good.
Cam, you're amongst the top 6 in the order that's hitting over 350. Just as a team and on the season as a whole, just kind of what's led to the team-wide success at the plate?
Well, I think we get up there and we just really attack. You know, we get up there and we want to hit the ball hard. We just always talk about hitting lasers. So when you talk about good things, usually good things happen. So that's just kind of what we've been doing.
Colin, I think Tate sat for about 40 minutes while that whole thing was going on. Just from a pitcher's perspective, how difficult is it to do that, especially if you're coming out of the pen?
Yeah, it's really difficult. You don't really have anywhere to play catch, get back, getting your arm warm and stuff. So sitting for 45 minutes to an hour, like what he did, and in the cold too, is really impressive. So it's really difficult as a pitcher.
You should have played catch in the tunnel.
Yeah, he could have, but doubt he did.
I think they've got a lot of Oklahoma guys on their roster. Were there any of those hitters that you were familiar with?
The only one I was familiar with was Edmondson. He played here last year. He's not from, or he is from Oklahoma, but I played with him last year. That was the only hitter I know a lot of the pitchers though. So
when people talk about the wind, they talk about fielding in the wind and everything. But Dave was talking about in his pregame show how it's tough on you pitchers standing up there on the mound, and especially today with it blowing basically straight into your face. How difficult was that to navigate?
It wasn't since we have the seats and all that kind of covering it, it wasn't too bad, but you could definitely feel on some pitches when the wind would really gust. It was kind of moving the ball a little bit, and you really had to make sure to keep it down today, because if you left it up, they would probably hit it over the fence. So keeping it down.
Is that where you have to make an adjustment because maybe the wind's moving a certain pitch a certain way?
Yeah, especially my changeup. So it was kind of moving a little more than I expected. So especially when I felt the wind coming in hard and I was throwing a changeup, I had to think about getting it more out there instead of just throwing it normal.
You got any thoughts, Cam, about your first SEC game here this weekend?
It'll be special. I'll go through the normal routine as will everyone else, and it'll be a fun experience. Slow the game down. Don't let things get out of control. Stay together as a unit and go out there and hit lasers.
Well, I was gonna ask Fisher. I mean, as far as the mentality between starter and coming out of the bullpen, how different is that? How different is your approach from when you're going to pitch midweek start versus when you come in on the weekends and you're coming out of the pen?
Yeah, I feel like when you're starting, you have more of a routine. You're going to throw the first couple innings, and when you're coming out of the bullpen, you don't really know when you're going to throw. So there's a lot more sitting around when you're coming out of the bullpen, so you don't have that normal routine of when you're starting and knowing you're going to throw some innings. So just trying to keep loose and stuff while you're in the bullpen is what I've been trying to do when I'm in relief and not starting.
Cam, did you play against South Carolina last year?
I did, yep. It was at South Carolina, and that was not a very fun place to play and as a atmosphere as a whole. So It'll be a fun series. I'm excited to play against them, and played against a couple other guys in the Cape, so familiar with them, and it'll be a fun time.
Is there anything you take? I know the roster changes so much from year to year, and they got a new coach. Anything, though, that you're able to take out of that experience from last year with the players who are back?
I don't really think so. I know Petrie. I know he's a returner. He's a big name, but nameless, faceless opponents. Go out there and attack and play our game, and we should be just okay.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to a $200,000 bracket contest, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.